Alright, I gotta talk about this before I start talking about the episode and totally forget about it. There was a new opening and ending this episode because obviously the new anime season starting. They have to have a new opening and ending, and I gotta say the opening and ending I do like them both. But the opening, oh my lord, it has so many spoilers, and it's not just like this arc spoiler. There's like a big plot point spoiler that it's not. I don't think it was intentional to be a big plot point spoiler, but it is, and I'm not gonna mention it because I don't know what the ratio of viewers who read the manga and watch the anime or just watch the anime only. I don't know what that ratio is, but if you read the manga, you know what I'm talking about, or at least I hope you do. If anything, we could chat about it in the comments. But yeah, overall, I think they're both great songs, and but overall, they're both great songs. I still think that opening 13 Strike Back by I don't remember their name, but the ones where it was they were facing off the dragons and Shadow Rogue from the future in the Grand Magic games. It was that one. And with the ending, I like the ending. It's a nice soothing ending, and yeah, it was just really nice. All talking, we had that middle card where they usually go on commercial in Japan, but we don't have to. If you live in the States and or watch it from Crunchyroll or Funimation, you don't have to deal with that. And then the other half was essentially a battle, the fight between Juvia and Keith, whatever his name. Like the demons call him Keys, and then freaking when they first introduced him, his name was Keith. So there is that. There's that, and the first half when it's all talking, it got to me, man. Well, it halfway got to me again. I still feel like the meaning behind this fight is much better than the meaning behind Archer and Chiro's fight, and everyone calls that fight amazing. But I just feel like this fight is there's so much more meaning to it because we see Silver's dilemma on how he was resurrected, and he was just he had to kill people, and secretly he was double crossing the demons, learning Ice Demon Slayer magic, which he later gives to Grey at the end of the episode, which is gonna be really cool. And you kind of see in the opening where it's kind of parallel to Natsu's Fire Dragon Slayer magic. So it's Natsu's a Fire Dragon Slayer, and then freaking Grey is an Ice Demon Slayer. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you just see him how he thought Grey and his wife were dead all this time because of Deliora. So he decided to, since he was resurrected, he's going to get rid of all the demons and take them all down for what they did to his family. Then at the Grand Magic Games, you see that Grey sees, or Silver sees that Grey is alive and doing well, which I feel like that doesn't really make sense, but I guess in the sense of where Silver was traveling all around the world or all around Fior, and just going place to place, getting rid of demons here and there. So I feel like that was more or less the situation. That's why he didn't know Grey was alive, and it didn't show this both in the manga and in the show. But I feel like it would have been a really heartwarming scene if when Silver first sees Grey alive when he beats what's his name? Rufus. When he first beats Rufus during the Grand Magic Games, he gets he smiles, but he just kind of stands there in awe. But he smiles and cries. But yeah, overall, I thought this scene, the whole first half was really well done. It was a good, honest to heart father-son moment, and even Silver when they're hugging is let's just stay like this until I have to fade away, and then we transition to Juvia. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be very hard on what kind of thumbnail I choose to do for this, because when I'm watching my anime that I review, I usually take thumbnails or take snapshots of what happens throughout the episode and use it as thumbnails. And there was this there was the usual fairy tale gag when it's a super serious moment, and then in this episode it was are you Grey's woman, and it was just super serious after their whole talk with Grey and Silver, and it's Juvia just blushes in the middle of combat, and it's oh, Hiro Mashima. And there was Juvia this episode where, she obviously had a big ordeal whether to, kill Keith, therefore killing Grey's father, Silver, and that way Silver and Grey can never be together again. Should she do that? Should she do that, because it might hurt Grey, Grey might not love her, so, stuff like that. And, I felt like it was done a lot better in the manga, but, the anime still does it justice. It was just, I feel like, reading it is just, it gives you more of the emotion, where in this one, it just kind of animates it, obviously, and, just kind of lays it out in front of you. But yeah, I tried putting myself into her shoes, and maybe it's just, I'm a dude, but I just don't, see the big deal of getting rid of Keith, because getting rid of Keith not only helps Fairy Tail, but it also helps, mankind, because then you don't have to deal with a necromancer. Anyway, I thought it was pretty cool when Juvia took down Keith due to the fact that, she doesn't really use that ability a lot, but, being able to, like, turn her body to water, and essentially she uses the little thing, the cocoon thing that Keith trapped her in, and use it to travel to his body and pretty much just break him from the inside out. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that was it for this episode. But judging from the preview, it looks like preview is gonna pick up pace again, because we see, well, in the preview, you see, or we see, I don't know how to use pronouns when doing a video. Anyway, we both see, that we see that Natsu goes into his fire lightning dragon mode, and then Gajio goes into his shadow iron dragon mode, and I thought that was just, that looks so damn cool. Because honestly, I feel like, well, for one, the Gajio and Tempest fight I can deal with, but Natsu versus whoever his opponent is, I forget his name, that one's just dragging on too long, because like Natsu gets the upper hand, and then he gets the upper hand, and then he keeps on getting the upper hand, and Natsu's like, why won't this guy go down? It's like, you're obviously not trying hard enough if you have the time to talk. But yeah, my overall thoughts on this episode, I thought it was amazing. They did a good job on, splitting the first half to emotional arc, and then the second half having a battle arc, and also pushing the story forward in both cases. And it was just a nice blend of talking, and dialogue and fighting and action, all in one good episode. Should also mention there was Erza and Happy and Frosh and Lecter and Lily and Minerva and Fredmouth, but there wasn't as big as a deal, because most of them was just gags, and Fredmouth just like joking around, trying to stall and whatnot. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on the episode. Let me know yours down in the comments below. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I'll see you guys all next time. So till then, bye-bye.